Alright, travelers, the wait is finally over. ARLECCHINO and ZHONGLI's banners just dropped, and I know a lot of you are staring at that wish screen right now, debating whether to pull or save. It's that classic moment every player goes through. Should you go all in, or hold your PRIMOGEMS a little longer? Because here's the deal. We're just 3 weeks away from version 6.2, and every wish you make now is one less chance at Durin's banner later. So today, let's break it all down together. All the free PRIMOGEMS sources you can expect in the second half of patch 6.1, how much you can realistically save, and how to make sure your wishes count exactly where you want them to. Before we dive into the numbers, looking for the best way to recharge in Genshin Impact? Loot Bar is the smarter choice. It works exactly like the in-game top-up, but it's way more affordable. New users get 10% off with the link in the pinned comment, and lucky users can receive an additional 5% discount coupon. Loot Bar also has special deals on crystal packs, including the 6480 bundle, and even an all-in-one package with everything you need. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $80 on Loot Bar. The process is simple and secure. You don't need your password or login. Just enter your UID, pick your server, choose your pack, and your crystals are delivered in seconds. Players around the world trust Loot Bar because it's fast, safe, and affordable. So don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and start saving on your top-ups today. Loot Bar, safe, fast, and way more affordable. Now, let's get back to the real question. How many PRIMOGEMS can you actually get in the remaining 21 days of Phase 2? This second half of the patch started today, November 11th, and runs until December 2nd. Let's start simple. Your daily commissions. You know the drill, 60 PRIMOGEMS per day every day. That alone adds up to 1,260 PRIMOGEMS if you're consistent. It's not the flashiest source, but it's steady, and in Genshin, guaranteed income is always good income. Now, events are where things start to get more exciting. The main event of the patch is already active, and it offers a total of 960 PRIMOGEMS along with 1 Crown of Insight. Then, starting November 17th, there's another smaller event that brings in an extra 420 PRIMOGEMS. So between the two, you're looking at 1,380 PRIMOGEMS just from events alone. Next up, we have the version 6.2 livestream, which should drop around November 21st. When it goes live, we'll get the usual 3 redemption codes, worth 100 PRIMOGEMS each, so that's another 300 PRIMOGEMS. Just make sure to redeem them fast because they expire in a single day. Then there's the Imaginarium Theater, which resets once during this phase on December 1st. You'll only have 2 days to complete it if you're aiming for those last-minute wishes before ARLECCHINO and ZHONGLI's banners disappear. If you can clear all the stages, that's 1,000 PRIMOGEMS waiting for you. Of course, depending on your team or how tough the new lunar phases feel, you might not grab every last reward, but even partial clears are worth the effort. We can't forget the Spiral Abyss, which resets on November 16th. Clearing all the way up to floor 12 gives you 800 PRIMOGEMS, but even if you can't get full stars, you'll still pick up a good chunk of that total from lower floors. So definitely give it a try before it resets again. Beyond that, there are smaller but still meaningful sources that tend to add up. ARLECCHINO's and ZHONGLI's test runs each give 20 PRIMOGEMS, so that's 40 total. Then you've got the occasional web events and random redeem codes that show up on social media or in announcements. Those usually bring around 120 PRIMOGEMS altogether. And of course, the monthly shop reset is another easy source of value. If you've been saving up your masterless star glitter, you can exchange it for 5 intertwined fates, which equals roughly 800 PRIMOGEMS worth. When we total everything up, that's around 5,700 PRIMOGEMS by the time this phase ends. To put it in simpler terms, that's about 35 pulls. On its own, it might not sound like a full guarantee for a 5-star, but if you're already close to pity or you've been saving from earlier in the patch, this could be just enough to secure your next big pull. Now, if you're one of the players who has the blessing of the Welkin Moon, that's another solid chunk of income. Over the remaining 21 days, that's 1,890 PRIMOGEMS on top of what you already have. Combine that with the free-to-play sources, and you're looking at a total of roughly 47 pulls by the end of the phase, a number that could absolutely guarantee a 5-star if you've got any pity built up. So what should you actually do with all that? It really depends on what your account needs most right now. If you're constantly struggling to survive tough fights and don't have ZHONGLI, he's one of the safest investments in the game. He might not be flashy, but he's reliable, steady, and always useful. On the other hand, if your issue is a lack of strong damage dealers and you're missing a good Pyro DPS, then ARLECCHINO could completely change that for you. She's powerful, consistent, and solves the "I need more damage" problem instantly. But remember, with version 6.2 just around the corner, we're bound to see some strong banners coming soon. So as tempting as it might be to wish now, think carefully about your long-term goals. Sometimes saving is just as smart as pulling. By the way, let me know what your plan is. Are you going all in for ARLECCHINO or ZHONGLI, or are you holding every PRIMOGEM you've got for 6.2? I genuinely want to hear what your strategy looks like. It's always interesting to see how differently everyone plays the saving game. And if this breakdown helped you figure out where your PRIMOGEMs are going, take a second to subscribe so you don't miss the next update summary. Version 6.2 is shaping up to be one of the most packed updates we've seen in a while, and I'll be covering every source, banner, and event as soon as it's confirmed. Thanks for watching, travelers, and as always, take care, stay focused on your goals, and I'll see you in the next one.